A New Orleans armed robbery victim has some questions about the trial of a teenager accused of the crime. The 16-year-old was found not guilty and released. But as Paul Murphy reports, the victim says he wanted to testify in the case, but was never given the chance.
Dr. Pat Dennis is angry and frustrated. The teenager who pointed a gun in his face and robbed him is now free to potentially commit other violent crimes. Dennis was robbed in front of his house on Phillip Street in the Garden District as he left for work last December.
I've been robbed once by the individual, and I feel like I've been robbed by the city on the second count, but just because of the way the district attorney's office has handled the entire case from start to finish.
The New Orleans physician told prosecutors he wanted to testify at the 16-year-old's trial. But to his surprise, the trial came and went in July without his participation. And with no witness testimony linking the teen to the crime, the juvenile suspect was found not guilty.
I was just never contacted.
Dennis says he found out what happened just last week when he was called to testify at the trial of one of the other young people accused in the crime. DA Jason Williams' office sent us a copy of the subpoena prosecutors claim was issued to Dennis to appear in July. It indicates they tried to serve the document at his home 3 times. The doctor says he never got it, and prosecutors never called him to testify.
I mean, it's almost like the citizens of this city and the victims of crime don't carry any weight.
Dr. Dennis says this is another example of ineffective government in New Orleans. He claims juvenile court shares some of the blame.
I was a cooperating witness. I don't have to be subpoenaed. The DA's office knew that I was a cooperating witness. The court should have known that.
Dennis says he's now learned the 16-year-old who robbed him was part of a group of teenagers allegedly responsible for a 3-day crime spree involving at least 14 armed robberies and carjackings across the city. Paul Murphy, Eyewitness News.
In response to this, DA Jason Williams said in part, quote, "Mr. Dennis has my word. I will work to get to the bottom of where this breakdown occurred."